Is I'm going to focus on something that I've been wanting to do, and that's the door panels on the inside of the car. I really want to make this car pretty, you know. I want to restore it to being like, so when you open the door you go, wow, that's freaking nice. And in order for that, wow, that's freaking nice, I need to have the door panels done. The door panels on the inside of this car are filthy dirty. They are pretty gnarly. I'll probably restitch that with new elastic in there to make that tighter again. But yeah, let's see how this turns out. All right, so just for my future reference, this little cup, this little like black cup fits in there. This clicks out, and then you expose that little screw. I might need two hands for this. Okay, this out. I think it just pops off at this point. And there it goes. Okay. Sorry about the mess, you guys. All right, you guys. So I have the door panel in here. As you can see, it's very warped. I'm gonna have to like push it down, trace it onto this piece of wood that I have cut to get a template for it, remove all of these. I'm gonna have to strip the leather off, which requires me to take off all these little staples and hopefully cut a nice new fresh flat one and install these anchors back in, snap it all back in the car. I'm gonna try my best to clean up all of this leather because I think this is savable. I do think this is like pretty savable. This comes off. I can wash this up, condition it so that it brings back some of the life in it. All right, you guys, I pulled all the staples out. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, it's so fragile. I think it's probably glued down. It seems like it's pretty glued in there around here. All right, you guys, so I grabbed my putty knife. There's like a glue line around this portion of the leather on the underside to the wood. So it worked really well. Just kind of getting under that glue. Once you can kind of work your way under it, you can get it going. Good morning, YouTube. So we have our flexible brake lines. I'm gonna go put those on today. I have the gas tank right here. It's a really cold morning, so I'm gonna do my best to do all this and try and stay warm. The new copper line, the new rigid line right there, going to the new flexible hose, which connects up in here. Come here. Come here. I wanted to do this, but it's been super cold out lately, so I'm waiting till the sunlight hits this part of my house and warms up everything because it's super cold to be wrenching on the car. You know, when you slip and it's cold out and you bust your knuckles and you're like, great. But anyways, I got the brake lines on. Got to get the gas tank back up. Some of the ports on the gas tank are in different positions than the old one. So I'm hoping that I can just kind of reroute the hose to get to where I need to be. But with my luck, I'll have to redo the entire thing. So anyways, I'm gonna do that right now. We're gonna try to get this tank lifted up, strapped in. Yeah, let's go. Guys, here's the new tank. Looks way better than the old one. gonna do my best getting this underneath the car and then putting a little jack up underneath it and lifting it up. Nelly, what you doing, girl? It's my dog. Let me show you something on the new tank. So on the old tank, there's two pieces. There's this guy, and right here, there's another one sticking out. They moved that to down here. So if you can see up under here, this guy needs to be chopped down maybe back to about there. And then I need to add a flexible hose line so I can route it this way. So that's where that one was. It'll fit on there. They rerouted it for some reason to right here. As you can see, I'm gonna put the fuel sending unit in here. Oh my God, you guys, being a one-man team here and working completely on the ground, that might have been one of the most frustrating things I've done in a long time. So you see this hose here, I have to take off and redo. I'm not kidding you when I say it's probably taken me like 2.5 to 3 hours just to get that one fucking hose off. My brain is fried, you guys. I can't even think straight. I'm just gonna put it in because my brain is absolutely fried. So I'm in the Trooper, the 97 Isuzu Trooper, and we are headed to the store, the auto parts store. I took my filler pipe, like my fuel filler pipe off, and it is just full. Like the whole, I had to stick my finger in because it is absolutely full of dirt. Not rust, which is good, but just dirt, like actual dirt, soil from the earth. Like, I don't know, this car has sat for 20 years, you guys. The Volkswagen, the GTI has sat for 20 years. It hasn't been started in 20 years. This is definitely the biggest project car I've ever bought. So we've done a lot to it, but yesterday I got the gas tank on. I had to wrestle with that thing, you know, and some of the hoses go into new areas of the tank because they resituated some of the ports, like some of where the hoses connect. So I had to go through and change up a lot of the hoses, the placement of the hoses. And some of those hoses, you guys, like, you have to be very gentle with them. And it took me like 2.5 hours to just wrestle off one little tiny hose. So that's what I did yesterday. I got the tank back on and I installed the fuel pump, but I have to take the fuel pump back off because I have to access the brake lines. So, and I can't do that with the fuel pump on. So I'm gonna have to uninstall the fuel pump, connect up the brake lines, then reinstall the fuel pump, go get some gasoline, put some gasoline in the tank, some petrol, and see if this baby will start up. So I picked up the new pipe for the GTI. This whole pipe was only $1, a fucking $1.86, I think. All right, you guys, as you can see, I took that off. The down pipe, here it is. I am cleaning that out currently with some cleaning vinegar, some carb and choke parts cleaner. The top looks good, but this bottom half over here is pretty rusted out. So I'm gonna have to stick some brushes up in there and brush it all out. And then got it all connected up. That was a little difficult, laying on my back and doing it like that, fighting with it, trying to get it on there, but it's much better than the original one that's probably like 41 years old. My next move is to lift this up, brake line right here, connect it up to there, as you can see. So I gotta lift this up. I'm gonna use this guy, put it under, jack it up. One kind of annoying thing with this is that I have to tighten this guy and hold this one at the same time. right now, because it's loose on there, I can kind of, I'm gonna set you up right here. I can kind of just reach it and go like this. Turn it little by little, but there's not a lot of room, as you can see, between the gas tank and this little wrench, 10mm wrench. So I had to drop this down a couple more inches just to be able to get in here and connect this up. I tightened up there's two 15mm bolts or nuts that go up under here that secure this. So this whole suspension piece here is back in place. Come here. Hey, come here. So, okay, you guys, I don't know if I'm gonna do my best shots, but if you can see how close that is now, they moved the little port. So when I put a hose from here to here, it creases because it's so close. I don't know if you can see how incredibly close that is. So I'm gonna have to do something where I coil a larger portion of the hose around like this, run it into there, coil it around a couple times, and then run it into this spot. So with these aftermarket tanks like this, you do have to change out a lot of the hoses just to get it to fit right. E-brake line is seized, so I'll be changing that too. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm back in the car. I got to go pick up some more parts to get my exhaust system back together. But I will pick up on the next episode with I will finish up the door panels, and we'll get the door panels on. I'm really looking forward to that. It's kind of nice to do like a beautification project rather than a mechanical one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next episode.